welcome to MoneyWise Channel. This is a channel we talk about inspirational things and goals. And on this particular video, I'm going to answer some emails, which I've been doing lately. It's real fun because many people ask me questions and I love it. So just keep sending me questions and I'm going to keep answering them. I love it. One of the questions I was asked this time was the difference between goals and limitations. Goals and limitations. And basically, the person was saying in the email that they were talking about their goals because they had watched some of my videos, and then someone had told them, well, you're putting a limit on yourself, a cap on yourself, if you're saying this is where you're going. And they're saying you should go higher than that. You shouldn't just say this is where you're going by setting goals, because I always say that plans change but goals stay the same. And they're like, well, goals can change too. So they was asking about goals and limitations. So let me explain this. First of all, like I said, thank you for the email, the questions. Everybody keep sending me questions and I'm gonna keep answering them, keep watching the videos and keep growing. I got some people that sent me some stuff talking about since they've been watching the videos, they've been able to accomplish some things. Oh man, so definitely going to be talking about that. Might be doing some live streams for people who can speak on the things that's happening in their life. Just going to be doing some great things with the channel in the future. So keep subscribing and keep liking everything. We're going to keep growing. So far as today, I believe I'm going to call this video Goals vs Limitations. Goals vs Limitations. Now, this is the thing. When I look at goals to me is about setting a mark that you're going after, right? And you've also heard me say before with goals, it's like a finish line that you also run through, but you have to set yourself. It's like a GPS. You have to set up a system of where you're going so you can have some type of direction, because if you don't put yourself towards something, then you're just moving around. You see what I'm saying? So that's kind of what I'm looking at as far as goals. Limitation is not really a limitation because it's not a cap. It's not saying you just do this one thing, you can't do nothing else. It's like when you teach your child how to tie their shoes. That's the goal, to learn for them to learn how to tie their shoes. But that don't mean that they can't learn how to write their name. That don't mean they can't learn how to put their clothes on. That don't mean they can't learn how to do 1 + 1 and all these other things, mathematics, sciences, and all these other things. You're just saying right here, this is where we're at and this is what we're working on. It doesn't mean when you put the GPS in, you have a goal or destination that you would love to hit at that moment in time, in that space. That doesn't mean you can't go nowhere else after that. See, that's not what that means. The reason why we set goals is so that way we can monitor our space in time. We can sit here and say, okay, this is what we're doing from here to here. This is what we're doing. You have to know what you're doing so you can monitor the things you're doing while you're doing it, because otherwise you're just not sure. You can't really measure what you've done and the time that you've put in. So you have to set a goal or set something on the GPS for a destination so you know how far away you are and how close you are. So that way, not only when you reach your goal, you can say what happened with you, but you know how long it took so you could tell somebody else. You can say about this long, about this time period. This is how long it took. That's why you're reading a lot of books and you hear a lot of people speak on that 10,000 hours to do something and then you grow. See, that's just saying that you can hit that goal. They're measuring it, how long it took them in time, in space, in destination with a goal. It took this time. I watched how long it took. I was able to monitor my situation and I can see this is how long it took. That's all it's saying. Goals are very important because you can look at the plans and what worked and what didn't work and how you had to maneuver and how you had to move things around. It's not a limit. And I get when people say, oh, it's a limit, because they're looking at it like, okay, you're saying I only can go from this point to that point. But that's not what we're saying. And see, a lot of times people that say that, they don't want to set goals because they don't want to be monitored, far as they don't want to be looked at that they haven't been doing anything. Because see, Anybody that's doing anything doesn't mind putting everything down clearly on paper to show what they have done. Anytime you work a job, the first thing I'm going to say is do the checklist. And that's because the goal is to get through the checklist, right? So they don't mind doing a checklist to cover everything that they've did. The person that doesn't want to do the checklist because they don't want you to be able to look at it and see that they haven't been doing anything. So that's how you got to look at that. That's the person that feels limited soon as you tell them, yo, you need a goal. Goals are to help you. Goals are to get you going. Goals to get you excited. Goals to get that energy, that blood pumping. And you just boom, go after what you after. Because when you keep hitting those goals, let me tell you something. When you keep hitting those goals, those destinations, showing up to those destinations that you put into the GPS, oh, it's exciting. It's so exciting because now you're showing yourself that you can get things done. If you were building something, you had the blueprint and you already know what the goal is. It's exciting when you get to working on it and you get things going on, you get that energy pumping and boom, you're done. And see, a lot of times people get done and don't even know what done is. Do you know what finished is? You won't know because you didn't have a goal. So some people say, well, the house is done like this. Or they're like, no, it's not done because it needs the bathroom in it. It needs this in it. Whatever. It needs 2 bathrooms. It needs 4 bathrooms. You got to know exactly what it finished is, what done is. So that way, you know, you hit your goal. That's the way to do things. That's the way to process these situations. If you don't process these situations like that, then you lose. So you got to be excited about these things. You got to be very excited about what you're working on, and you need to set up a goal. So this is what I would say to the person that asked about limitations and goals. Definitely set a goal. Definitely let people that you let them know you have to set this up because you need to be able to break down space and time and know what you did to become successful so you can share it with someone else. Also, write down things. Get you a piece of paper. Get your notepad in your iPad or in your iPhone or whatever. And put down the steps as far as the plans and put down your goals. You should have 1-year goals, 6 months goals, 1-year goals, 5-year goals, 10-year goals. And you should go after them no matter what. And don't let nobody stop you from going after it. Give it everything you got. You see what I'm saying? And those goals is what's going to keep you going and moving forward with an excitement that you've never seen before. You have to believe in yourself and set your goals and keep it to yourself, or only talk to people that you know believe in you too. Do not share your goals with people that don't believe. Believe in yourself, set your goals, and make sure you put the energy that you need to put out there to get to it. Stop, think by yourself, really look at your life. Look past where you live. It doesn't matter if where you live is not the greatest. Don't think about that. Think about where do you want to be. And do that with your imagination. Set up your goals. And once you do it, write it down, make it plain, look at it and read over it, and make it to where you can look at it all the time. And then you get up every day and you go after it. So it's not a limitation. If anything, is making it unlimited because you're setting yourself up to put yourself in the right direction. So get excited about life and give it all you got. And remember this, plans may change, but goals stay the same. Like and subscribe to this MoneyWise channel and stay in touch and be ready for the next video. So talk to you guys later. Yep.